Hey, this is Ross Payton with the Role-Playing Public Radio. We're playing Call of Cthulhu tonight. Risam Vellere is Latin for something, you may find out. Get to say the titular line. Figure that out. You are in totally real place. Sarenford, Britain, a place. It is November 999 AD in the year of our Lord. You are all at the Abbey, Sarenford Abbey. It's time for dinner. So it is cold outside, but it is not yet wintry. There's an air of despair among your flock, as many rumors about the end of all things have grown in number as the millennium approaches. The fiery red light of a comet in the sky is not helping to allay. Many seem to be returning to the worship of the old god. So as we begin this scenario, you are all gathered with the other residents for the evening meal. So let's go ahead and introduce our cast and what you are talking about at dinner or what you are doing. So let's have our guest player introduce himself first. Rob!
Hello. I am, in fact, Rob. You got that right. I will be playing Brother Wilmot, the illuminator who illuminates text. And gosh, what he's talking about at dinner is just how good the food is. Because now that he no longer has to work on a farm, he is free to look at food and not feel revulsion and terror. And just the pure satisfaction of being able to enjoy a good meal and having had no hand in its cultivation or preparation is exquisite. So every mealtime puts Wilmot in a really, really good mood, despite the uncertain times.
Yeah. And near him is Aaron's character.
Hey, it's Aaron. I will be playing Brother Hamon, one of the Abbey's translators, who is obviously worked with. That's like, and you said your
Wilmot.
Rob, you said your character's name was Brother Wilmot. Okay, sorry. With Brother Wilmot, with different scripts. He is primarily he likes the fact that he gets to go into the library and to translate text that he would have no other chance in life to be able to do and increase his education, but he's not as much of a believer as you might be wanting to feel that somebody a monk would be, but he's gonna toe the company line essentially to be able to get interesting things. Although I am talking about some of the things that one of our friends, Albinus, has been translated on
he's
recently.
got the good job. That actually is something of a bit of gossip among the brothers at the monastery. So you know that he is working on a piece of translation of an unknown document for Helos, a wealthy, perhaps the other brothers know more about activity. So, and then our next cast member is Caleb.
I am playing Godfrey of whatever town we're in. Schaffnerford?
Sarenford. Yeah.
All right. Godfrey of Schaffnerford. I am a captain in the Bishop's Guard. It's weird that I'm allowed to eat here with these guys, but I guess I'm just going to eat and keep my ears open. Listen what's going on.
You were here.
Probably have a ton in common.
Yeah. You're here to protect the monastery from thieves.
Mm-hmm.
You're not that close to the coast, but who knows? Who might come a calling? And then finally we have Birk.
Hey, what's up? I am playing Tristam the Exorcist, who came here with the bishop, so I'm probably actually eating with Godfrey, just so he doesn't feel so out of place.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, your the bishop, by the way, is Bertwald, and you all know him. So obviously, but as you are eating, another actually is talking to you, Brother Hamon. Yes. Have you found anything about what Albinus has been translating?
Unfortunately not. He's usually way more gregarious than that's and loves to discuss things over supper, but unfortunately he's been a little more closed off recently. Seems short-tempered. I'm not sure if he's getting enough sleep or not. The only thing I know is that it's in some sort of Arabic text that I'm unfamiliar with, so Greek and Latin are the only things that I was lucky
I know
enough
that
to get some
Albinus has
education
been
in.
very strange of late. Perhaps he's been maybe his humors have been affected by the comet. Is that possible? I know he's been more withdrawn. Maybe he's more phlegmatic.
Comets I'm not certain right now in that they would affect more the humors right now. If we're talking about lunar cycles, then possibly that might be a situation. But it's been waning as of recent, so I wouldn't assume that would affect his disposition at all. But
Well, it has been rather a long interval
anything
since
could be
we've been
possible.
bled. Perhaps that bears looking in.
Let's see. Another monk, Elric, says, no, the comet's clearly making him more choleric. He's very agitated. I bumped into him as he went to the library for some research and muttering something. Very rude, but he's clearly suffering an imbalance of the humors. That much is obvious, even to a layman. But I believe the comet, because it is red, is obviously making him more imbalanced, favoring his choler. Yes. Not phlegm. It's not a phlegmy comet. It's ridiculous. What do you say, Brother Tristam? You are learned in these things.
I haven't had a chance to speak to them yet, but the comet is worrisome.
It's worrisome. But what humor do you think it would be in balancing who's susceptible to such things? Or does it affect it at all?
I don't know my humor. I don't actually know my ancient humors. Fuck.
Well, this brother says it's the phlegm, and this one says it's color.
I would say, well, the comet is red, right?
Yes.
That would be their blood, the air. The comet is in the
sanguine,
air.
Yes. See, that's why he's the exorcist and you're not.
That's just science. Yeah.
Empiricism.
Yeah. Do any of you want to talk about anything else before at dinner? Try and figure.
So somebody's translating something, and the monks are gossiping about what it is.
Albinus is not here,
so everyone's just gossiping on what Albinus is doing.
Yeah. The first name.
Why is he not at dinner?
Well, he must be translated. So obsessed with it is ungodly. We have.
Honestly, although it is an invasion of his privacy, we might make the excuse to go take food to him. At least make sure that he is keeping his strength up, and perhaps possibly inquire about that. Maybe on a full stomach, he'll be less. At least feel less hostile. So yes, I am. I know he's better right now, but we'll do this. So pick up whatever pieces of bread, cheese,
some
and
leeks.
I guess goat stew.
Goat stew. What are we celebrating?
Well, we have been getting the merchant Helos has made many donations to the monastery, doing quite well recently, which is why the bishop is so keen on having documents translated.
Are they being translated from Greek or to Greek, or just for a Greek?
I'm not sure. I believe it is from Arabic to Greek.
I
regional text are some
volunteer
Arabic that I'm unfamiliar with.
Accompany Brother Hamon. I would dearly love to get a look at text. If it is language unknown to me, it perhaps contains illumination techniques that I have not seen. I could improve my craft for the further glorification of our Lord.
Further glorification of your own craft. Pride goeth before a fall. Oh, shut up, Elric. Always Brother Elric.
The diagnosis
on it.
of yellow
God's
bile
is
in
his
your
eyes.
case, Brother Elric, is easier to make.
Hey, thou shalt not kill, son.
So, as Brother Wilmot and Hamon gather some food to take to Albinus, you all hear this. It is incredibly loud. The single tone shakes the building. Dust and soot roll up in clouds from their resting. Crockery rattles on the table, some falling to the floor, adding to the destruction of the general cacophony. One of the monks falls over, gasping for breath. All of you freeze, unsure of what this signifies.
Do we have a bell tower?
No. Actually, no, you would. Monasteries would have a bell tower. But this is...
How much does it sound like our bell tower, though?
It does not sound like your bell tower. It is much louder. It was like directly above. It is much lower based. You would guess it would be a much larger. But as you are all a few seconds after the bell, Albinus throws open the door and looks at all of you. Blood is on his face. He comes! I have seen the Lord Most High, and his judgment approaches. Prepare yourselves and be not afraid, for the Lord sees beyond and knows your soul. Prepare ye way of the Lord! And then he falls to the ground.
I'll run up just to see what's happening.
All right,
if he's still,
he fell down face first.
Or...
You roll him over. Give me a sand check.
Yay!
Rather closer to Godfrey.
All right. Oh. Sorry, they didn't put sand on this too, 5. So I didn't. Power 10, 50. Yep.
I'm going to go get my sword. And whatever armor I have.
Good thinking.
Wilmot is attached to Godfrey by an invisible tether.
All right.
Oh, that's a fail.
4 sanity. His eyes have been torn out of their sockets, and you can see his fingers. There is enough blood and bits of remnants that you realize he must have ripped his own eyes from his socket. The rest of you can see that it's not good, judging from Brother Hamon's expression as he looks down at the body.
Well, he knows more about healing than I do. Off to get my sword.
All right, you quickly fetch your... what are the rest of you going to do? Brother Wilmot, what...
As I said, I have become kind of a puppy dog and am staying quite close to Godfrey, knowing that he will soon be armed.
All right.
Here's the thing. This stuff that Albinus said is scary and everything, but Brother Wilmot doesn't really God. So he just thinks that something bad is going on, and probably it'd be best to, keep on the right side of the man with the sword in case things get worse.
All right. So you're following Godfrey, which is in the next room over, just hanging. Basically, it's sheathed on a belt that's hanging from the post.
I'll probably skulk near the doorway.
Yeah.
Make it less obvious.
Let's see here. Brother Tristam.
I am going to go help Brother Hamon.
All right.
Calm him down. Talk him out. Pull him away from the body.
Yeah. Is he absolutely very dead, or is he just unconscious? The only thing I would have is alchemy or potion.
He is not turned to gold.
Is he turned to
I
gold?
have theology, so I can give him a pop quiz. See how he does.
Yeah. He appears to be quite dead. Another monk goes to investigate him. There's about 20 total, so I'm not going to,
Immerse me.
Can I get my sword and start talking to the monks, I guess?
Yeah.
Is the room we were in where we eat, is that have multiple entrances and exits?
Yeah, it's the dining hall. It's one of the...
What about the chapel? Like, I'm looking for something easily defensible.
The chapel would be better because they're the main doors at the back and small doors. Yeah, so...
All right, I tell the monks to go seal themselves in the chapel.
Okay.
Any volunteers to go check out the brother's room?
As you are doing that, organizing them to go to the chapel to hide, essentially, the bishop makes his way into the dining hall and announces himself. He quickly sees Godfrey. What has happened here? I heard an enormous bell. Did not sound like ours. What has happened to Albinus?
Bishop, he has been attacked by some force. I am seeking to secure the order right now. You should also seal yourself within the chapel amongst the brothers.
Yes, the enemy is at work here.
Indeed. I must go to check the bell tower. I worry about what they signaled with that blast.
Well, don't take Brother Tristam with you in case the enemy... he is learned in the ways of the enemy and will know it's his signs. Brother Wilmot and Hamon, you assist as well, for you may understand make sure that the texts have not been damaged. They are quite valuable.
Yes, I will see to their safe disposition, your lordship.
All right, so the 4 of you start heading towards Albinus's cell, what they call rooms, as the bishop goes to sort of herd the rest of the monks into the chapel for prayer because that's the best defense against the enemy.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But as you two are heading towards the cell, you can hear the front door of the monastery kept unlocked because right now there's no threat. Yeah. So
Sanctuary.
and you could hear a very loud voice booming. Who is here? I've heard a sign from God. I must speak with you all.
Brothers, into the cell. I opened the cell to Albus's room, I guess. Yeah, I opened the door.
Okay.
Do I see anything there other than blood?
Well, there is a visitor who's announcing himself, but yeah, you head to the cell. Is anyone going to deal with the visitor, or are you all just focused on...
I would like to deal with the visitor after I drop the monks off to a safe room.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
and
so
I would also like to drop off the people who
figure out
can
what's
speak
going
foreign
on
languages.
with Albus's cell.
All right.
Right.
And the book is the only thing that Wilmot cares about.
Yeah.
Let the
All right.
man with the sword handle the foreign.
The visitor. All right, fair enough. The monastery, I mean, it's large by medieval standards, but it's not that huge. So the three of you get to the cell. It is a small, like 4 feet by 6 feet kind of room, and it is in a state of extreme disorder. You start searching through it. On the floor is a strange symbol scribed in charcoal. Portions of this have been smudged into illegibility. Most likely by Albinus's movements in his mad state. Everyone can give me, if you're searching the room, give me spot hidden checks. And then Godfrey, you head to the front door and you see a man in tattered and dusty clerical garb. He carries a staff in one hand and visible at his belt. It's a leather scourge.
Do I know him?
Well, you recognize the dress. He is definitely a flagellant. I am Aspicio. I am a prophet of the end of days. Who are you?
I am Godfrey, protector of this monastery.
God's judgment is near. All shall be judged, and they shall be found wanting. They shall
We
suffer
prepare
eternal
for
torment.
such an event. You
are
should do
all
the same.
doomed.
Understood. You should also prepare elsewhere.
No, this is where it is. What evil bestirs itself here? Can you not smell it?
Here.
Can you not taste it? It is Satan who stirs in this place. You beware of blasphemers. Beware of idolaters. The day of the Lord is at hand. The Lord sees beyond your false piety. He looks at you. Do you worship only God?
I worship a god who would say that to smell and taste evil is ill-advised. Please leave the premises. I draw my sword.
The Lord sees your vile wickedness. You allow Satan to walk these halls? Where's the bishop? Your doom is to come to you. By your own action does it come. Prepare ye for thy judgment, and know you shall burn in the fires of your master for all eternity. Repent now or perish.
The Lord will succeed the inside of your gullet if you don't leave. Last warning.
Let's see here. Does he have a relevant skill? Yeah, you can roll persuade.
Yeah, he's very persuasive, Godfrey.
He's got it at
Base double digit.
yeah.
I make it. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it kind of there's something that seems to happen in his actually give me an insight check. That would be
Okay. I don't make it.
okay, you're not sure what, but his expression does change almost instantly, and he seems very confused. Father, why did you? And he starts stumbling off as if in a dream.
Excellent. I slam the gate behind him and shut it. Lock it. We're closed today.
All right.
God's on break.
God's on break.
Yeah.
God machine broke.
All right. Which of you made a spot hidden check at the cell? Mm-hmm.
I had a quick question before he did that. I don't have spot hidden, but I do have library
Nope,
use.
this
But I
is
use
just
that as a
searching the
supplement instead,
cell
since we're
for
going through books.
hidden clues.
Neither do I have spot hidden, in fact.
Okay.
Okay.
Base 25.
Yeah, they didn't put these pre-gens in character sheets. They were just stat blocks that I copied and converted to separate PDFs. So thanks, man. 2000.
No, we did not. We did not do it.
Hey, you know what wasn't great before the study of optics? Vision. Not a lot of eyeglasses going around back in the day.
Well,
you see,
with my job, my eyesight must be fine. I think I'm just kind of stupid.
Yeah. Lying on the floor, there is a piece of parchment bearing something in Greek.
Oh no.
There's also Albinus worked in the scriptorium. That would be another place where his materials, his cell does have it is an occult circle. And there are symbols smudged in on it. But as the three of you are looking at that, you hear, and something happens. Albinus is there. The circle is there. He is drawing it, and he is talking to himself. Yes, Liber Avanus. Yes, that is what
Not
I can
dead?
find. Yes, the Jupiter. Yes,
Albinus?
Jupiter. In Jupiter, I can find the Liber Avanus. And then the cell changes back to what it is now. Everyone give me a sand check. It's just one if you fail.
I fail.
Yeah. And your sand is power times. All right. You mark off one sand. That was odd.
I don't have a sanity total on my sheet.
Look at what's your power.
Make it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Godfrey, you don't have to make it.
Oh, I didn't hear it?
No. It was just for the people in the cell.
Okay. Well, I made it anyway. So there.
Okay.
I'm running up to the bell tower.
All right.
Did anyone else
Singular
see that?
vision. Did Albinus appear to you as well?
Yes.
His
He did,
eyes were restored.
and he seemed to be talking to himself, mentioning something
This
about
could not have been anything but a visitation of the past. And he sort of just stammers into silence because until a minute ago he didn't believe in the supernatural.
and now different. So, actually,
there is a
note.
note. There is a piece of parchment written in Greek.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you want me to make a roll to see if I can actually translate it? Or okay.
Yes. In fact, Wilmot gets very invested in Hamon's translation of this piece because it's something concrete that could be grabbed onto and understood potentially.
All right, Ross.
Oh, yeah.
We're on
Oh my God.
critical failures, right? So yeah, it is Greek to me.
Sorry, I had to put that in there. Yeah.
You're not sorry. You shut
Yeah,
the fuck
so
up.
you don't know what it means. But I'll give you all idea checks. That is intelligence times 5. That fail out at.
Failed.
So I want to roll my dice because everything hates me here. All right.
Got it.
Checks. Yeah.
So, Brother Tristam, that there is a section in the library that is labeled Jupiter. So there might be in fact, you know of this book, the Liber Avant. It contains the rituals of summoning and banishing spirits and demons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, perhaps.
So that can at least work.
At this point,
Actually-
Godfrey rejoins you as the three of you are sort of
Look around.
puzzling.
Oh,
Godfrey, do you have spot hidden? Yeah, you
I make it exactly.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
Give me a spot check. Give me a sand check. Sorry. Actually, I'll let you use that other spot sand check.
I make that too.
Yeah. You find bits of eye and blood on the mattress. So, yeah, he ripped his eyes out.
It appears Albus has done this to himself. There are people seeking to enter the monastery. I've sealed the gates. I would ask you to respect my ruling on this issue, brothers.
Of course.
Without a doubt. Did they seem dangerous people?
He was very agitated and claimed to have seen a vision of God's judgment falling upon us all.
Best that he be given a
He
wide
was a flagellant.
ground to roam on and become calm in God's nature rather than the confines of the monastery. Then.
As you have recovered the text, will you be joining the other brothers in the chapel?
No, we have to go to the library.
What
Oh.
would you need in the library?
There's other things we need
A
to
book?
investigate.
Why would you need a book? The bishop has not ordered this.
I will lie and say I believe in this smudged symbol on the ground is a reference to a given book that Brother Tristam knowledgeable in its location and its use.
Yes. it may
Is
provide
that the symbol they used to get the Jupiter section? Ross?
I'm lying
no.
about the vision. I'm
Okay.
I'm omitting the vision and trying to
Okay.
explain away our knowledge by using the symbol on the ground.
Okay. Do I recognize the symbol?
The one on the ground?
Yeah.
You can give me a Mithranism check.
God.
Sounds made up.
I make it.
Okay.
Fuck.
The one day he rolls.
God damn it.
Yeah, these symbols, actually, you don't know them exactly, but you know if you were to show them or describe them to the village elder Wekta, you would probably understand their meaning. Wekta.
So it's not any of the symbols for the grades of Mithras or the planetary deities.
Well, again, you're
associated
not
with them?
you're not a the old man, the village elder. He knows a lot more about this shit than you do. But like you've seen those kind of symbols before, or at least you think you do. But yeah, it's spiritual, magical stuff. You don't know that shit.
It says on the leader of the order. So okay.
Yeah. It's not stuff you use in your regular.
Okay.
But some of it does look quite. It might be something. You're not literate. I don't think you just know the ceremony, which I can describe if you're pretty. So.
Okay. Well, I know they're lying, so that's enough.
Yeah.
Okay, brothers. Do what thou wilt. I must check the bell tower. It seems that whoever has invaded the monastery is soundly fortified up there.
Okay.
An
So-
anime sweat drop crawls down the back of Wilmot's head.
Are you armed,
Should
brother?
you go by yourself then?
Then yes.
Only with
Yes, I should
knowledge.
go by my-
All right.
Unless you wish to accompany me.
Unfortunately, if there is somebody there, I feel that your pike probably
called a
would be
sword,
better
but-
than my
Understood.
than my pen.
Good luck in the library. Please return to the chapel immediately after you discover the Leo symbol or whatever it is you're looking for.
Certainly, we will with all due haste.
All right, I leave.
All right. Are you heading to the bell tower?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you head to the bell tower, the rest of you are. There are two places you know that might be of interest: the library and the scriptorium. They're near each other, but here they're not. They are different places. So, brother, are all of you actually heading to the library? Or are you going to head to?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's better for us to keep in one group right now and then maybe shift over, given the fact that we were seeing visions.
Nice
of
to
the
be able to
past
verify our own senses with
Yes.
other people.
Okay.
Yes.
It's for cowards.
Yes, like us. So yeah, we'll do whichever one's closer first.
All right. We'll say the scriptorium is actually. Then
We clearly
you had
need to visit both.
Yeah. All right. So as you head to the scriptorium, Godfrey, you head to the bell tower. You're at the base of it, or at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
There is a ladder leading up, but you can get a ladder to go up to see the bell tower itself, the bell itself. But basically, you look up, you see the bell. It is still. There's a rope, that you would use to ring the bell, and you would only go up to the top of the tower to do maintenance. Which is very.
Can I see around the monastery from the bell tower? Does it have
Sure.
sight lines?
Yeah. Give me a spot hidden check.
So I am going to climb the.
Okay.
If nothing else, to get a. I fail.
Okay. As you climb, as you get to the top, and dismount the ladder, and the sight you see is very different. Seems to be morning. It is very foggy. This was evening, by the way. And as you look around, the monastery looks very, very different. Large chunks of it are missing. It looks old. There's moss covering the stones, but the roof is gone. And you see a cart. You hear the sound of someone chiseling away at stone. You look down and you see men chiseling away part of a wall, or what's left of a wall, to put it into a cart. What do you do?
Is this still this isn't a momentary vision? This is just
When you got to the top of the tower, it was like a different time.
okay. And it's persisting. It's not like
Define
change.
persistent.
It's not like a momentary flash of vision. It's just like I'm watching
it's
these
lasted
guys.
long enough for you to take in your surroundings.
Okay. Is the ladder I climbed still there?
It is.
Is it rickety as fuck now?
It seems to be unchanged.
Okay. Is the rope attached to the clanger still there?
Yeah. The bell's still.
Okay, I cut the rope. I don't ring the bell, but I cut the rope connected to the clanger so no one else can ring it.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And then I will climb down and go out of the bell tower to accost the men.
When you get to the bottom of the bell tower, it is evening again, and the monastery is intact. Roll Sam.
Cool. I make it.
Okay. Yeah. Just one.
Cool. So there's no guys chiseling anymore?
Nope.
Awesome. Well, I take the rope with me and go to the library.
All right. As you're heading your way, meanwhile in the scriptorium, Albinus's area of the scriptorium is a cluttered mass of quills, ink, parchment, documents, and the general equipment of a translator. There is a book there. It is in Arabic. Let's see here. There is another copy. Well, no, they actually. Go ahead and give me spot hidden checks.
Love to have to do things.
Nope.
Don't give your pregens. Nope.
Yep. Well, I didn't write the scenario.
I know, Russ. I know.
Yeah.
It's not
So
your
all
fault.
three of you failed. Aaron, did you make it?
I think we're all at base.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, my mute was on.
That's
Sorry,
okay,
no, I
though.
did not make
We're
it.
just...
Be a quick
you
session.
See him, Albinus writing. He is working. You can see the book that he is writing, and he is translating from Arabic into Greek.
Brother Albinus, what does this mean? What are you trying to tell? Please stop.
Why?
You're dead.
You
Death is.
you were gone.
Did it-
You were it's like
How
whatever
was I killed?
you were. It's like shown. We're
And I must
you.
have.
It looked like you clawed your
There's a
eyes
price
out.
to pay. Risam Vellere, the render
What
of
do you-
veils. It will work.
Price to what?
And then you're back. And then you're back.
What will work?
Yeah.
We
Forward.
encouraged him.
But you have a name now. The render of veils.
Is that a sand check?
Render of veils.
Actually, no.
So,
You already made sand checks for that.
Okay, sure. All right.
Yeah.
I would have failed for the record.
Yeah.
could I possibly do a library check, a use
Yeah, sure.
check, to
Actually,
see
yeah,
if I
give me
can
a
find
check.
anything
Oh,
relating
yeah,
to
me
that?
too. Got
in the
library. That's a
scriptorium,
thing
or-
I have.
Exactly
Alright.
the thing we can do. Yep.
I made it.
There's a book in the Venus section of the
As did
Abbey
I,
Library.
thankfully.
Demonolorium, a document also about the occult. But you also, because you both made it, you also know the render of veils is mentioned in the Liber of Honest as the name for he who sees beyond. So you with that in mind, you could look up the specific section. I forgot. Do any of your pre-gens read Arabic? I don't think
Okay.
so. Okay.
No, just Latin and Greek. So, although,
Did you find him Did you find his finished translation?
oh, actually,
Well, because you saw the
I was about to say,
what
could
the
we go
what
back
the
to his room and see if the
translated
translation was
like,
there?
you could look to see if it's placed. He might have been put it in the library to store it instead of leaving it out in like after he was done with the night. So
Yeah, if it's not here, that's
okay,
the next
so,
place
yeah.
to look.
at this point, Godfrey catches up with you.
Yeah,
As it's-
Oh, yeah, so you guys are
we
going to
all
the
look
library
a little
too, right?
wild around the eyes.
yeah.
Brothers,
Are you okay?
the enemy is nigh. Something is wrong. You should get to the chapel and pray as soon as you can. I've seen a vision of the
What do you
abbey
mean
gone
the
to
enemy is nigh?
ruins.
Who are you seeing?
That it would be bestowed on one lowly as me is dark signs for the times ahead.
I must beg your forgiveness, Godfrey. I lied before I sinned in lying. I was ashamed. We also were visited by visions of Brother Albinus, unmoored from time, before his death, working, translating in an ecstatic state. We've seen twice his work flash before our eyes, and we have learned where perhaps
We think that he may have
stowed his translation or where his work was leading him.
Is it
he
the
may have
Jupiter
stumbled
section of the
on or
library?
activated something that
That is
was
one of the
not meant
places,
for
as well as the Venus section.
Venus.
I shall accompany you there. Then straight to the chapel. Could someone
yeah.
carry this rope?
Okay.
Thank you, brothers.
Sure.
I'll just give it a few wraps and just drape it over my shoulder.
You always need rope.
That's what they tell me.
Actually,
use
Godfrey,
rope for?
give me an idea check.
Okay.
Int times 5.
Yep.
Nope.
Okay.
Barely.
I make it.
Okay. You remember that your bishop told you that there would be a guest at the monastery, and he may take his meals in his room. The Greek merchant Helos might be on site waiting for the translation.
Okay, I'll get to the library first, and then we can look at that. I have another question. Where's the Mithrarium in town?
It is on a small island in the nearby river.
Damn it. All right. Yeah. Well, I could have really used some guidance, but
we can at least...
I'm only allowed to pray underground.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Them's the breaks. We can at least take the note to Halo.
I mean, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. To the library.
All right. You head to the library, all of you. And quickly you find the Liber of Honorium, a translated book. You realize in Greek it is called the Alazi.
Great.
Everything's fine. It's fine.
At that point, all of you are together. You're looking at the book, and all of you are in place. Are in a village. None of you here. You, Tristam, recognize it's your village, and you can smell something burning.
A childhood memory, perhaps.
Yeah. You can hear screaming. There's a great commotion coming from nearby. You're all behind a house near the village center, but you can all, even though you can't see the village square, you can see smoke coming. All four of you are there.
Brother, truly the Lord is forcing us to confront our past. Something about it.
You can hear a man begin to preach. You stand accused. Will you not repent and be saved? And you hear, what do all of you do?
Well, I rolled sand, so...
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. All of you roll sand.
Yeah.
I made it. How much do I take for making it?
0.
Okay. I fail.
Okay, I made it. As a child, I watched the town leaders burn witches at the stake. It's one of my earliest memories.
I'm going to go running towards the voices with my sword out.
Okay.
Nope.
It's 1 if you make it.
And I failed mine.
0 if you make it.
Okay. This is your past, Brother Tristam?
Yes, this is distinctly. I fear if I go out there, I will see myself.
So Godfrey goes charging out.
Further color drains from Wilmot's face at that idea.
Yeah.
I'm disturbed, but Hamon's disturbed, but also a little bit fascinated that it's somehow being
all right. So Godfrey, you turn the
through
corner,
time,
and you can see all the villagers are gathered around. There is a stake has been set up with a great amount of kindling put on it, and a woman has been tied to the village priest along with a large contingent of armed men. The armed men are watching. The priest is accusing her of witchcraft, screaming as they have lit the flames. Yeah, you are accused of heresy, of witchcraft, of trafficking with the devil. Repent now, and your soul may be saved yet. But yeah, the woman is clearly in a lot of pain. What are you going to do?
Charge and forward and try and save her. Just
all right.
Bowl into it. Yeah.
All right, give me a string times 5.
Ooh, not good. Not good at all.
All right, you are tripped and thrown into the mud as the villagers crowd around you. Your arms are pinned down. You can't. The people don't even seem to notice you, but you are trapped as you begin to be drowned out by the sounds of you. What are the rest of you going to be doing?
Peering from the doorway, can I see this taking place?
Well, you're outside, but you can peer around the corner.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wilmot's a inveterate, consummate coward, but like the idea of the only person who has any chance of protecting him being in danger, I think spurs him to action because he doesn't know where they're going to end up next.
Fair.
So I just sort of inarticulately scream, and it's not very manly, and I start charging towards the crowd of people who are pinning down
Well, his
Godfrey.
feet, you can see his legs are sticking out from the crowd, so you can try and drag him out of the crowd.
Then yes, with a
Okay.
little yelp of total manliness, he will charge forward and attempt to drag Godfrey out by his boots.
All right, Brother Hamon, what are you?
I'm going to try to use some of the confusion at this point to get past and see if I can maybe... it's like, is the person who is already in the middle of the fire,
lit.
is she already
Like,
on fire, or
like,
is the
it's at her
bonfire been
feet.
lit?
It's very smoky. It's hard to see. It's
Okay.
rising.
I'm
There's a
going to see if
lot
I
of
can try to maybe
people
get her off,
between you
because
and
this
her.
is... I've had some... Oh, so, actually, I could probably do a distraction instead to see if we can get some people away from her. By shouting in Greek off to the side.
Okay.
Trying to distract
You
them.
All right. You're just going to add another witch to that bonfire, huh?
Give me,
My master
it doesn't
was
matter.
somebody who
This is not a
died
Greek
in the
check, this is
heresy
fast
trial,
talk check.
so
Give me
I,
fast talk, which you do have. Yeah.
Oh, God, I only have like 9.
Yeah.
Why did I only have 19%?
These people
on
aren't
this,
going to
though?
recognize it. They're just going to know it's not English.
And
Yeah, that's just devil speak to them.
Yeah. The preacher might recognize it. But other than that,
Oh God.
let's see.
your voice is drowned out by the fire and the chanting of the crowd, and it amounts. Brother Tristam. Yeah. Are you still at the back of the house? Are you? Have
Yeah,
you even, yeah. You don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
But
Where are
also-
you? Where is child you?
Oh, I think I was probably brought up to like front row this shit.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
ended up an exorcist.
Yeah. So are you just kind of disassociating at this point?
Mm-hmm. I'm probably like, little me is probably like kicking dirt on Godfrey's face or something. Like,
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. There's a child who's turned and looks at you. Gives you a very odd look, Godfrey. Kicks dirt at your face. How is young you, Tristam, feeling about this?
about Godfrey?
About what? Yeah, about Godfrey, like this stranger who was trying to
Well,
interrupt.
The witch likely has numerous enemies.
Okay, so yeah,
around.
the child is kicking dirt and mud in your
And
face.
Her
Godfrey.
execution, as planned, is drawing them out from the woodwork.
Okay. So the child is yelling and trying to get the adults to. And that's when you're all back in the library.
Am I still covered in mud?
Yeah.
Time mud?
Yeah.
Conservation of mass. Oh,
Oh, we don't have any of that here. You're fine.
where we're going, we don't.
That
need
hasn't been
that.
invented for a while.
Yeah, that's right. We're a ways off.
It didn't exist before then.
Yeah. So, everyone takes a moment to like realize, whatever Albinus did, it's affecting everybody here, or it's affecting all of you. So, yeah, maybe that you should figure out how to stop it.
I'm going to go find that Greek guy.
All right.
We're gonna find the books and start.
Okay.
We're gonna go through the books
Let's
meticulously.
see. So, looking through the books will take a while, take a bit. So, Godfrey, you quickly find Helos in his room, his cell. He is looking over his translation. Let's see here, because apparently Albinus made 2 copies. He is startled when you come in. He's like, yes.
Helos.
Yes.
I don't know what his title is.
He's just a merchant.
Helos, what do you read?
Well, your brother Albinus did an excellent work with the translation.
It's needed in the library. Post haste.
Why? What is the matter?
Your bishop sends for you in the library. It is not my place to know. Bring the book.
Of course. He takes it. He takes the book and joins you all in the library. So you all begin read through the book.
Oh yeah, I give the book to
books.
them and I
Mhm.
separate Helios from it. And I'm
Mhm.
going to ask him, what is he having translated and why, basically.
Do you have persuasion?
Yeah.
Persuade? All right.
Badly.
Yeah, but you can ask nicely.
Nope.
Godfrey having any difficulty with that, although I won't say I have it well, but I'm about as good at it as I have at everything else, which is bad. Yeah, I fail.
We're all just a bunch of blubbering post-past vision idiots. Like,
Yeah, I think we're all pretty rough.
Helios, what are you doing with this translation? What is being translated?
I discussed this with the bishop. It is of academic knowledge, something of my own elucidation. That is a mere pursuit of knowledge.
Your mere pursuit of knowledge has punched holes in time.
Well, I do
To
not
learn of God's world and creation is to learn of God. Therefore, it is also in the purview of these men. What is revealed in your book? It would be unchristian of you not to share it for the betterment of us all.
Well, it seems Albinus was the book covers many topics, but I do know Albinus was very interested in the book that I brought had connections to a book that you have in your own library that Albinus read, Liber Avanus. My book, Al-Azif, both books mention he who sees beyond, the render of veil. And Albinus was very fascinated that two books written by two separate scholars, hundreds of years apart, could have knowledge of the same entity, the being. So he seemed fascinated. I suspect he must have tried to call the render of veil, learn from it, to see. I do not know how he would do such a thing. I do not know.
Is that not contained within your text?
Well, all right. So scholars, illuminator, translator, go ahead and give me Greek and Latin checks.
Oh, boy. I only have Latin, in fact.
That's fine.
Okay.
I have Latin if you need
Fail.
I'll do my Greek first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. An exorcist. Yeah. If you have it too, go ahead and.
Okay.
I failed my Latin.
My Greek succeeded.
Oof.
And I succeeded on my Greek and Latin.
Good, because I was just going to open the chapel and start throwing books
crit.
in there until plot came out. You schlubs.
Some of you
All
learn.
As
holy sword man.
All read. It appears there's a circle that must be drawn, but there are other. Not something is missing. Something is incomplete. The circle that you found in the book is the one that was in his cell. You find the completed from, but there are other components. You don't know what else Albinus did aside from read these books. So you could try to follow the ritual as it is described in the book, but you need to figure out what else Albinus did. Well, you could also try and figure out what else Albinus may have tried to study in your chances of So what you do know is that this ritual calls the render of veils, but the render of veils will remain. You're not sure. Basically, the only way to be sure it is gone is to banish it. But you must call him forth so that you are directly confronting it, and then you must banish it.
Does it mention anything, any substances or anything within the text that?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So there's calling it, and then you must sunder the veils. You must call him. You must bring him forth directly, and then sunder the veils, dismiss it, to exorcise. But you don't know if this would be enough. So as you're puzzling through this, thinking about this takes a few hours. You're all beginning to relax as to think of this as a purely intellectual problem. And you're all somewhere else. In fact, you are on a farm. It is hot and sunny out, and there is you're near a farmhouse, and inside you can hear you can hear the people working the land. But Brother Wilmot, you know where you are.
Yes.
So as you're looking around, you can see a small child scratching on the ground near the farm, trying to draw something. The child does not yet notice you.
Wilmot turns his back on the child and sits down and wraps his arms around his head.
In the distance, you can hear a man's voice yell, "Where are you? Are you working fast enough? Are you?" And then you're all back.
Did Helios go with us?
Helios did not go.
All right, I'm done fucking with this guy. I'm grabbing him. What did you see?
You're grabbing Helios?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is,
Speak before I throttle you.
it is too much. It is too much. I do not want to see.
I'm just slapping the shit out of him until some sense comes out.
This place will fall. The sun will turn red. We will all die. This will become desert. The oceans will boil. All will burn. All will turn into the void. Helios starts to weep.
I just throw him down. What do we do?
I will go help Helios up.
All right.
I'm a nice person.
Godfrey, give me another idea check.
When I'm not burning people at the stake, I'm a good person.
All right. What are you doing, Tristam? Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to help Helios up since Godfrey
Okay.
violently threw him down.
All right. Yeah, Helios is whatever he saw broke him. Yeah.
I made it.
Okay. You remember now that Albinus talked to Wecta at least once or twice. You're not sure about what.
All right. I guess I'm leaving then. I will storm out of the library and unseal the monastery and get a horse.
Okay. That doesn't take you.
Yeah. I'm hauling ass to go see Wecta.
Okay.
I am not telling anyone where I'm going for reasons.
All right. The rest of you continue to read. You do find the demo Alorium does have a description and instructions for making lapis excalius or the stones of heaven. So that'll take you some time. And Librovanus has the Risam of Vellere, the render of veils. So y'all are just reading some fucking ritual.
Woohoo.
You have basically realized that the only way to have this stop is call up the render of veils, and then banish it. You technically have enough to do it right now.
Sure.
But you don't know if this would be enough.
There's at least some other aspect or something that we might have missed because we're panicking and being thrown.
I have to recommend
timelines.
caution. As unpleasant as these visions have been, none of us have been very badly hurt, and it would seem that it is our lot to set this problem right, and to do so without anything but the uttermost caution seems unwise.
So, and looking back right now, it's like, all right, what do I have to burn in here? What's this incense? What's going on in here? Just ignoring
Yeah,
it. Like
the most
let's
stressed
how do we
out
manage it?
possible
Throw it all in the
homework
pot.
party proceeds in the library.
Yeah, basically.
Like
So
4 panic attacks per hour.
A lot of Adderall.
Yeah, it's finals week.
just snorting it. Yeah.
So
Let's
all the
Yeah,
red
show them how to
wolves.
crush the pills with the book. Snorting.
Oh, thank you, Brother Tristam. That's very efficacious in the fast absorption of the drug. Yeah.
So meanwhile, Godfrey, you get to the village.
Mm-hmm.
Wecta there. He's like, hello, Godfrey. Mithra be praised.
Pater, in the name of Saint Jerome, I need your guidance. You recently spoke to a brother Albus.
Oh yes. He said he had a vision. Thought that the legend, a certain legend would. He spoke of a legend that he wanted me to tell him of Delt and the Bull, because he said he was trying to destroy the Veil, and Delt is of course the destroyer of the Veil. Of course, Mananon fought Delt. I would be happy to tell you.
Yay.
It's
So?
a handout.
Oh, yay. Handout.
It's a handout. So I will summarize it for our listeners at home. It is a one-page handout. Godfrey, you can return back to all the others. But the hero, Mananon, was walking through the land of Tir na Nog, and then he found out of a great darkness in the north, and that's where he found Delt, the destroyer of the Veil, waiting at the border of Tir na Nog. The two fought for a year and a day until Mananon ran and called for help, and he heard a voice answer him, "Come to me." And so they chased each other, changing shape as they went from the ocean. They changed into birds and flew to the edge of the sea, a turtle and a fish into the sea, and then they kept changing into different animals and to a cave. And then they turned themselves back to themselves, and they kept going further and further into the darkness. And then they entered a large chamber, lit with the stars in the sky, and at this chamber, Mananon saw the sacred bull who spoke to him. You have come to me at last, cast down your enemy at my feet and bind him fast with stars. There, in the presence of the bull, did Mananon cast down Delt, and seizing 5 stars from the heaven, did bind Delt all around. Mananon returned to Tir Nanog and saw all was well. Then he slept for 10 years and a year. So,
to throw that extra year on there.
Yeah. Sometimes.
So I assume that means I should go to the Mithrarium?
Yeah.
Because there would be, if I'm assuming wrong, I can make a check and I can just be wrong if I'm wrong. But
you think it might be helpful to perform the ritual at the
well, if it's a Mithrarium, it's got Mithras killing a bull. That's like the one thing.
Yeah,
Mithras lovers gotta have a bull killing scene.
Yeah. By the way, what you're talking about is the Tarkatani thing. Look it up. Looks like that'll probably be the art for the episode. So, meanwhile, as you're all reading, so the 3 of you are in a village, and Brother Hamon, you hear the voices, this yelling, people yelling that you've heard so many times in your nightmare.
Dear God in heaven, no, if you're giving me a chance to correct this, then give me the time to do it, and I just get up and run.
Wilmot looks at Tristam like, are you following him?
We have to save him from himself.
I think there's kind of an unspoken, like, fuck, we don't want to be doing this, but we both start running after him, right?
Yeah. On some level, the best way to face God's challenges is head on.
All right, all 3 of you give me Dex times 5.
Oh, I am... All right. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I can't. So used to rolling my dice.
By 1, made it.
Okay.
I made it as well.
All right.
Yes, I've made it.
Navigating in those robes all day.
Yeah.
Pure adrenaline. Yep.
All 3 of you are you're right on the heels of Brother Hamon as he is flying down towards the streets of the village. And you can all see a mob beginning to stone an old man, screaming at him for heretic, you killed my cows, you sickened my wife. Yeah, they are beginning to stone him to death. Yeah, Brother Hamon, go and give me another sand check. All right. It's
hell no.
It's not good.
Oh no.
Yeah, 5 flight or freeze. All right.
Oh, fight. So I am beyond there. I am just jumping right into the middle of the crowd.
As you are all doing it, Brother Hamon, you start running. You pick up a stone and you hurl it towards one of the villagers, a heavy stone. Tristam and Wilmot, you try to stop him, but as you throw the stone, it launches in the air, and that's when time freezes. And Albinus steps out. Brother Hamon, why are you trying to destroy yourself? No, you slam into him, knocking him to the ground. You can affect him, but everything else around you is frozen.
Okay, yeah, I'm throttling him. Okay, I'm just throttling him and going, why are you showing us our past when we can affect nothing? What was your plan, man?
Tristram and...
The best interrogation technique.
Yeah, Tristram and Wilmot,
I'm trying to hold him down.
Are we free to move?
You two can move as well.
Then yes. Right. I don't really disagree, but if he just throttles them, we probably won't get any answers.
All right, Hamon. Wilmot and Tristram pull you off. Albinus, yeah.
I do have a temporary.
Calm, brother, calm. If he's throttled, we can't ask him any questions. We may never find our way out of this nightmare.
He's already dead.
What we have been trying to do with the Monist these years is not the pursuit of knowledge to understand God's plan.
So that's like you apparently did it at the sacrifice of
what is
your
the point of
soul or whatever this is?
Entire life scratching in the earth, learning so little and suffering so much. You can learn all of it. but you cannot change it. To do that would be to kill you. You would no longer be you. You would no longer cease to be. There would be someone else named Brother Hamon, or maybe not brother. Maybe an entirely different person. Do you not see?
So that's like, then what is the point of showing us this?
Coming. The Render of Veils is coming. It has come. It will come again. It will come to claim the entire monastery. Just wait. I was flawed. I wanted to show you
offered
all.
us up as a prize
because you are my brothers. To show you everything. I was flawed in my execution of it. That is why it did not work instantly. But the Render of Veils will come eventually and show us all everything. All we wanted to know. All illusions will be shattered. All truth will be... Is that not what you want? Just wait. Just wait. And all will be revealed. Don't you want to know what will?
So, pull my way out of.
What guarantees
the
it
other
is
script,
it's truth and not a devil's lie?
Excellent question. Not show you yet, but I will. The Render of Veils will soon. Or you are already pursuing. You are already following my steps. Do not dismiss it. Do not sunder the veils. Do not exercise it. Take us all. You will know for sure.
Everyone will know everything.
At the monastery, yes.
If we all know all the same things, what will allow us to be ourselves?
What do you think?
Would we not all become the same thing?
Yes, you are beginning to see. You are beginning to see, Brother Wilmot. We will be the Render of Veils.
Wilmot starts to sort of shake. He doesn't know whether that sounds like the worst thing he could possibly imagine or like the best.
But
going with worst. Come on.
All right, you're suddenly back in the library.
Yeah, easily.
Sort of shakes himself off. No, we must. We must undo this. This is unnatural.
Yes, clearly some demon is misleading Albinus and potentially also us.
I feel compelled to admit something before you, my brothers. Before this evening, I had severe doubts. I in my heart did not believe in anything that my eyes could not see. I just wanted to draw pictures and stay away from the farm. But I was wrong. I was obviously wrong. I'm sorry.
So it's... all we need to focus on is stopping Albus's plan at
self-indulgent.
So apologize when you're dead.
Meanwhile, Godfrey, you are heading to the Mithrarium?
No, I was going to get the scholars because I don't know what the stars I need.
All right. As you were doing that,
Yay!
You are in the Mithrarium. You are in the back of it, and you can see the moment when you pledged your service to the cause of Mithras. You can see the joy in your face, the absolute certainty of your faith. You so clearly now remember it as the key moment of your life, perhaps.
Do I see Mithras like I did then?
No, you were watching it as a neutral observer. You do not see Mithras.
Spot hidden?
Sure.
Are there there's a picture of a bull, right? There's some sort of depiction of the bull.
It's the one I posted in the
Yeah. Are
the
there
Tar
5
continent.
stars? Is that
Nope.
planetary
part of it.
duties? So there's no Mercury, Venus, Mars? No.
And
it wouldn't be open to the sky because that's not a Mithrarium. You're not supposed to.
Let's see here. It is remarkably consistent regardless of location. Mithras is shown facing the viewer, straddling a bull. Under the bull, there's a dog drinking the blood from the wound. While a scorpion attacks the bull's genitals, the bull's tail.
That's my favorite part.
Ins and ears of wheat with a raven perched upon the back of the bull. There's a smaller male figure holding a raised torch. There's the symbol of the sun god in his chariot. And then another figure on the other side holding a downturned torch. But yeah, there's no stars. And then in the upper left, there is Cotofes Patties, the moon.
Yep, none of those stars. All planets at this point in history.
But as you're looking around, there actually is a new Albinus. So his eyes have...
Brother Albinus. What are the 5 stars
The stones
mentioned
of
in the legend of Manon?
They are the stones of heaven. It is written so in the Damalorium.
Oh, so that book the monks have?
Yes.
What
You want to
are
know-
they?
Well, why I could answer your questions forever. And if you wait at the monastery, you will be given the chance to know everything. All that you want to be answered.
But, brother, why can you not tell me now?
Because I made a mistake. The circle was incomplete. The Render Veils arrived to bestow me knowledge, but not everyone. But the mistake will be corrected in time. Simply wait at the monastery, and the Render Veils will show you all.
But, brother, you plucked out your own eyes. You've gone to such
ecstasy.
extreme lengths.
Yes.
You seem to be a man who is not content to wait for knowledge. Why must I do what you could not?
You must forgive me for my mistakes. I was impatient. I should have studied more before I performed it was a moment of ecstasy to know such things. You too will know. You too will know. If you wait, do not dismiss the Render of Veils. Then you're back on your horse, on your way back to the monastery.
Yeah, galloping harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
Just can't really do much till I get back to the learned folks.
All right. Be sure to check your direct messages. Okay. Oh wait, yeah. Actually, sorry, Aaron.
Is it not accompanied by a tone bell because I feel cheated?
Well, we did
All right,
yours.
otherwise.
So.
Yeah,
we got
we
our
did do
bell.
yours. You're basically in the scenario. There are like
That's fine.
little handouts you're supposed to give players at certain.
Mhm.
So I just copied them for the listeners at home.
Yeah.
But anyways, as you all continue to study a little bit, Godfrey arrives and tells you the legend.
We need the 5 stones of heaven from the demonology.
That's the one.
Damalorium.
We just
Yeah.
found the recipe for them.
Yes, we actually do have that.
Albus revealed to me in one of my visions that he seeks us all to become the renderer of veils.
Yes, I spoke with him,
he-
and he seemed to want that. I think it quite unwise.
He also revealed that he learned his summoning and he found a cult of heretics, an ancient temple that they had arise to their pagan god in the woods, and that's where he discovered his dark ritual. Only there can we put it to bed.
The 5 stones of heaven are all that is needed according to your vision?
Well, they need to be in this place,
Yeah.
this place that he's discovered. He revealed it to me, and as I elicited him in a ruse, making him believe I was on his side. We must go. I'll hitch the cart accordingly. I'm going to hitch up the cart because I assume none of them can ride horse.
I actually can. Not well.
I know at
nice.
least one of the characters that says drive horse instead of
Is our research like, do we basically have what we're going to be able to get?
So you do know that to make a stone of heaven, you need to create it in some sort of medium, which can be illuminated. So you need pieces of parchment and make illuminated symbols. It will have to be signed with a drop of blood. So I know the illuminator has art illumination. Does anybody else have
Hell
any art
yeah.
skills?
No.
No.
No,
All right,
unless
so
it needs to be in a
illuminator
specific
will be
language,
doing that.
which we can do right.
You can drive in the cart.
Yeah.
I mean, you can draw on the cart. It'll be fine.
Are you joking? Is that an attempt at humor?
Gotta
This
go.
work
Renderer of veils.
Oh, God. And I guess I will try to do that now. I came here to draw. I'm going to fucking draw.
You draw. It's like God gave you the art.
I fucking fail.
Well,
I
you won't.
fail my very best skill.
Okay.
Yes, it's because I'm getting jostled by the cart. Oh, you bastards.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh. Justify that art.
All right. So as you are heading there, unsurprisingly enough, and the monastery is gone. But there are some travelers on the road ahead of you. Those of you They are wearing armor,
Uh-oh.
metal, and the lead one of them sees you and greets you in Latin.
Oh, God. I'll
Uh,
try to
I'll
understand what
I'll
they're
respond in
saying.
Latin. So, actually, for the 50%,
No,
that'd
you
be
can
under.
actually, if you have it
well,
at
do we need to
51%, you
roll
can
for
speak
that,
Latin.
or
He's agreeing.
Okay.
He's like, "Hey, hail, traveler.
51 or 50?
Tell me.
So, hail.
Do you come from Sarenford?
I mean, you do, yes.
So that's the that. Yeah. So yes, we are on the road from there.
You recognize, and because as they draw closer, you recognize the armor as the armor of the Roman Legion. Tell me, is the
Oh boy.
has the Legion found this place?
It
you can give
is
me,
knowledge, we have not
knowledge,
been.
or, yeah,
Let's.
knowledge. Yeah, unless you have a history.
It's a general knowledge check.
Yeah.
Okay, I do not. All right.
Is that education times 5?
Yep.
I make it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
crit
do not.
mine.
those of you who make it know that
I'm just gonna lean over.
Sarenford, was founded by deserters from a Roman who chose to stay rather than return. Well, who chose to find a place rather than return to Rome. So these may very well be the founders of your village.
So we are but a small, but we have not seen the light of Rome.
Tell me, is the Mithras welcome, Godfrey?
I pretend to look elsewhere and whistle.
So, we are uncertain of that here.
Mithras.
What is that?
It is who do you worship then? Are you a Christian? I don't think there were Christians this far from Rome. Tristam, this was settled in like 450 AD. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there were Christians.
So we're okay saying that. Okay.
They were a thing, but how they respond to that is more the question.
Yes, that's like that. Yes, we are Christians.
All right, and then you're back,
so on the path.
Back.
Off we go.
Becoming more unsettling the more we
Don't think about
experience
it. Just keep moving forward.
Keep drawing.
All right.
I'm getting car sick back here doing illuminated text in the back of a cart.
All right.
Oh no.
All right. So all of you eventually get to the Mithrarium, which is in a small island in the middle of.
So we had to transfer from cart to boat, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a boat tied up nearby for where the Mithras worshippers. Godfrey, you've used it many times. You know exactly where it's hidden. It's
You
very
see,
well hidden.
it is exactly as Brother Albus said, that damnable boat he uses for his dark worship.
Well,
We shall turn the devil's
warned.
tools against him. Get inside. In the
My
boat.
favorite thing. I'll go inside.
Yes.
All right.
They're well worn, this dark boat.
So you get on the rowboat, you get to the island, you find the cave. It is about 75 feet long by 30 feet wide with a vaulted ceiling. At the rear of each one is the Taro Cottony with the sculpture I have previously described, which would be the episode art, now that I think about it. You realize that you can call the render of veils here and then dismiss it. And time will stop being disjointed.
Good.
hopefully.
Yes, and it's going to work so well, too.
So you need 5 copies, 5 stones of heaven, and you only have one artist with you. So give me an art illumination check.
I mean, I did the one on the way, and it was a failure.
Okay, well then.
How would you know that?
Do I need to make 4 other ones, or?
Just give me one. Actually, I'll let you choose. Do you just want to go big or go home, or you just want to
Go big. Games don't matter.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. Like, sure, we'll rule that the car sickness and bumps and stuff were a bad enough failure that I was like, no, this is garbage. So I'll just try it one more time. Not enough time to do it multiple times.
Just
like
first draft.
There's smoke rising from my quill as I basically make 5 copies of this thing. I'm like assembly lining it. So if I make a mistake, I'm making a mistake on all of them.
Okay.
Illuminate.
Oh my god. I make the hell out of it.
All right.
Impale.
Yeah. You lose 5 power to create 5 stones of heaven. You have to sign each one in blood.
And I assume that just the level of like arthritic, horrific pain all the way from my fingertips to my shoulder by the end of this is just fucking awful.
Actually,
don't worry, we'll cover you with unguents when we get back. Just
yes, please.
Push on
give me
through.
a spot hidden check, except for
I'm a little busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wilmot is actually openly like wincing and weeping with pain by the end of the process.
Fail.
Okay.
Birk.
Fail.
Get in there,
Working
fail,
on
buddy.
God,
Hell yeah. Honored to be part of the crew.
Something happened. You're not sure exactly what, but something weird was going on. So you begin to prepare.
I don't know what that
the
means.
ritual. Yeah. Actually, no. I'll just give it to you. You realize that it's a cave. It's underground. There's moisture. But as you look, you can see a drop of water in the air suspended as the illuminator works, as Brother Wilmot works. Time is stopped while the preparations are underway. You don't know how much time. Hours and hours and hours have passed, but none of you feel hungry or tired to drink or sleep, relieve yourself. And then as soon as he is done with the 5th one, the drop of water falls.
Cool.
Yeah.
He was really in the zone there.
I think it is done.
He's illuminating between the raindrops.
It really is. Let's see. But as you begin, you are back on the grounds of the monastery. Only there is very little monastery left. There are parts of walls that you recognize. The grass is uniformly cut. It is very short. And there are signs written with English text on them, although it is written very strangely, very hard to read.
Is it inhumanly precise in its printing?
Yes, inhumanly precise.
Wilmot's like stuffing his face up against these signs like this is the coolest fucking thing he's ever seen.
I feel like there's a bit more going on than the signs, woman.
I've never seen the like of this before. And may never have the opportunity again. I want to see how
Satan
this
trying to trick you with perfection.
managed. Perhaps you're right.
Can I bash a sign with a sword?
No.
You can. You knock it down.
I do so.
Ironically, the one that said no vandalism.
Let's see here. As you do that, you read. Actually, since Wilmot, you were trying to read the sign, you can give me like a knowledge check.
Okay. I make it.
All right.
I make it quite strongly, in fact. My last 2 rolls were a 4 and a 6. Where was that earlier?
Sarenford Abbey, founded 7th century, enlarged 10th century, burned in fire 1184, rebuilt by the 14th century, abandoned 1539. Purchased, and then it goes on. Used partially, many stones were removed to build a manor house for the Lord of Sarenford. Turned over in the state in as part of the.
Hey, we survived 1066, guys. So that's a pretty good run.
Basically some sort of the Ancient Monuments Protection Acts of 1882 stopped further damage to the site and turned over to the Commonwealth to be turned into a museum in 1905.
1905?
Just scramble around, just looking at the ground. Is there anything that on there that says a current date?
Check.
Who gives a fuck? 1905? That's 19 centuries. What?
Yeah, like 1,000 years from now. Yeah.
Do I need to make a SAM check for that?
No, I'm just panicking.
Sure.
I 8. I'm just somehow just super on fire here. Single digits only.
So as you're all so that's what you two are doing. Brother Tristam, what are you doing? Actually, Godfrey, what are you going to do? You hit another sign. It seems all the letters were removable and could be arranged. Placard. So you don't know what it says anymore.
Oh, I couldn't read it in the first place. Just
fair.
devilry, obviously. Is there any more words in need of a good bashing?
Yeah, there's another sign on the corner there.
Veteran Call of Cthulhu player. Words, hit them!
Just waiting for this time spell to pass.
Actually, so Godfrey, as you head over to the other side and knock it over, you see a man dressed in strange clothes approaching you.
No, it's a demon.
Yeah, I start screaming at him in Old English. I'm sure that'll make him happy.
He remains expressionless, and he answers you in your English.
Oh, no.
Why are you here?
Wait, he speaks Old English?
Yes.
We've been sent here against our will. It's a trick. The renderer veils.
The renderer veils. Oh, I see. Yes.
We're trying to stop it.
Please do that. That would be beneficial. Do not interfere with the timeline, or our plans will be fraught. Yes.
Your plans?
We live far in the future. Can possess the bodies of men. We seek to ensure that all humanity is extinguished by a certain time, by your own hand. You will develop tremendous weapons that will annihilate cities, and then the world, and then we will claim the earth for ourselves. So we do not wish anyone interfering with this history. Yes.
It's a weird thing to tell me, bro. Okay, cool.
But
So you just told us the entire end of
go
our
ahead.
history
Yeah, that's it.
line. That seems like a sand check.
Oh, I fail.
Oh, yeah, especially because you lost 5 power. So rip.
oh yeah. I'll say that's
Yeah.
told about the end. Oh, it's only 3 this time.
Oh, wow.
But
I mean,
Okay,
it's not the end I
not as
hoped for,
bad.
but you had to know it was going to
I have
end.
a little context for what's being said that I apparently make it, and I'm fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'm down
hard
to
to comprehend.
I go back to
35.
sign bed.
Outside context problem. What? All right. So at this point, it shifts, but you are not back at the Mithrarium. You are back at the monastery, and it is like at midnight. There's moonlight, so you can see, but everyone is asleep. But Brother Albinus is there. You're back in the dining hall. He is sitting across from all of you. Do you see now why you must not banish the renderer veils? I'm trying to save you, at least you, my brothers. I've seen what happens to all of us, to humanity. We are doomed, must escape while we still can.
How has this doom escaped, brother?
By accepting the renderer veils, we will learn everything and become part of the renderer veils. We will transcend our bodies. We will transcend time and space, peaceful, and to give up your humanity.
Is he across the table?
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump across it and try and attack him with a sword.
Hell yeah.
Roll sword.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude doesn't have eyes, man. And he's dead. They actually taught us how to deal with this shit. All right. This is literally in the book. Like, dead dude without eyes comes back, hit it with a sword. It's a one-step process.
All right.
Eyeless demon. That's a clobbering.
All right. You stab him in the head with the sword. He slumps over. And then he comes in the next room. Don't you understand? I am infinite. I am part of the renderer veils. I am the renderer veils. I have only remembered humanity enough because of you all, because of my brothers. I do not want you to interrupt what you have done. Yeah, everyone give me a sand check for that.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Stab it. I make
Fair
it.
enough.
I make it again.
I fucking impale. I'm back to the single digits.
Yeah.
I think I barely make that.
And I just go insane.
All right. Aaron loses another 6.
That's a random roll, isn't it?
Fighter, please. I don't have that.
I think so.
It's a shame.
Sorry. At this point, just yeah, I'm just throwing myself at Albus, trying to Albus trying to wrest away whatever I think he has in his hand that's controlling the
Okay.
the renderer veils.
All right. So you go berserk. Albinus seems to look sad for a moment, and then you're back in the Mithrarium.
I'm like, I don't care what it's like that might come. Nobody is my master of my fate.
Do you all prepare?
God, we're all here for that. Okay, anyway.
Just sitting there screaming.
Let's summon the renderer of veils.
All right, so you all begin preparing for the ritual.
He asks that we accept an uncertain fate instead of a certain doom. Are we certain that stopping him is the right thing to do?
The only thing certain will be your place in everlasting hell for listening to the lies of this adversary and usurper of God's throne.
What?
No, Tristam's been corrupted by the time stream.
Well, calling him up's the first step anyway, so Wilmot continues with the illumination.
All right.
So how do you do the ritual once you have stars?
Basically you all chant or pray for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then that will summon him.
Are we going to get an hour before we get fucking time jumped again?
You don't know.
Remember really closely which syllable you were on before the...
All right, let's commence to praying.
Commence the ritual.
Commence the ritual.
There you go.
All right, you all begin to chant. You all begin the... what is everybody's power?
16.
10.
10.
Okay. Doing some calculus, maybe.
We're gonna die in the time stream.
All right. It's great.
Okay.
Doing great. No. The renderer of veils appears. Unfortunately, it fully manifests in all directions. So you you'll all comprehend all of reality for a microsecond. So everyone, give me a sand check.
Cool. Holy
you're
I'm
poor.
probably still recovering from the...
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm fine. I got this shit. All of reality ain't shit.
I've been training for this since day one.
All right, I'm going to roll sand checks separately for each player. So, Godfrey, you made it with a 1.
Yeah.
Actually, that's an impale, so you'll get the minimum 1. So, like, you lose 1 sanity. You're fine.
I've gone from 50 to 48.
God damn it.
All right. Brother Tristam, it looks like you failed. Did you?
I sure did.
All right. You lose 80.
No, that puts me at like a 0.
Yep.
Let me do the math real quick. 0.
Yep. Brother Wilmot, you failed as well.
I sure did.
Oh, you only lose 12.
Oh my god.
He wanted it though.
Yeah.
I still have 13, baby.
Brother Hamon, how many did you make
Wait
it?
for it.
All right.
No.
You lose 21.
I get 32.
All right. So Brother
Holy shit.
Tristram is gone. He's the veil. But the question is, who will finish the casting? In order to finish the ritual, you all realize that one of you must die. That is the only way to fully exorcise the render of veil.
Truly, this has been the darkening of Tristam.
Yeah.
Gross.
At this point right now, what is the required? Basically, just throwing yourself into it.
It's a role playing
or
thing.
do you
You
have
all can talk about it before you.
Do we understand that, like,
Oh no,
is it just like a saintly death, or are you becoming part of it, or like what happens?
You're not becoming part of it. You're burning up your remaining life force to banish it. It's a death, not absorb.
Yeah. At this point, it's just my master is. I'm so mad at
not Calvinist.
This Calvinist.
Calvinism isn't
right now. I'm just going to
figurative.
I know. I was talking.
No worries.
Proto-Calvinist.
Yeah.
Sorry, but sorry, proto-Calvinist. But anyway, just going into it at this point. Time is illusion, reality is a hologram. Buy gold, buy.
All right, so Brother Hamon falls over dead, but Daleoth, the renderer of veils, has been successfully banished, undoing what was done. So the monastery is saved. The rest of the monks are safe. Everyone at the site is safe except for, well, Godfrey and Brother Wilmot. You're both left. How you doing?
Godfrey's just like, yeah, we were right.
All right, good job, team. Let's go get those monks out of the chapel.
God be praised. We paid a great cost, but we were victorious.
I think it's best not to speak of this horrible den of sin beneath the ground, lest we further tempt other brothers to seek forbidden knowledge. Wouldn't you agree?
Certainly, yes.
Leave it a secret
Probably
on this island where no one visits.
Best to leave the burden weighing heavily on as few minds as possible.
Agreed.
And as soon as Brother Wilmot is certain that Godfrey is no longer paying much attention to him, sometime over the next days or months, he is going to start the process again because he wants to be part of this. He saw what happens in the future, and he saw that it was all pointless, and he realizes that wanting a ticket into the monastery to avoid the drudgery of the farm is baby shit next to getting outside of time.
Yeah, fair. Give me a percentile roll.
Just a straight roll.
Yep.
89.
Well, you keep on trying. You're going to need to get some more people to help, or you don't know how Albus pulled it off, but you are, unless, so you find out you cannot do it by yourself. Does Brother Wilmot try to build a cult to do it?
I think so. Eventually, like, hey, the food here is good. The work's not too hard. I can take my time and do this right.
All right. Brother Godfrey. Not brother, but, Godfrey of Newton, of Sarenford. Eventually you figure out that Wilmot's up to that shit. He's recruited some other monks. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, he can have a lovely Roman suicide in his cell one night. No one saw it coming. He was always quiet and kept to himself.
All right, both of you roll percentile. Whoever gets higher wins.
No.
If Wilmot wins, then his cult kills Godfrey.
No, I got a 29.
Or Godfrey kills Brother Wilmot, but the other cultists kill him. Because they're all zero sand cultists. And they have Alazif, the Necronomicon, at hand. So they know shriveling at this point. So Godfrey, you stopped Dela from being summoned a second time, but you died to save a bunch of Christians who hated Mithras.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ain't that just the way?
So yeah, that's the Render of Veils. I did add the going back in time to see your own pivotal event of your young thing isn't built in the scenario, but I took some sort of liberties by having to see the monastery torn down and various stages. And of course I added the soundboard thing because it does say like every time some weird time shit happens, you hear the bell.
Which I do. I actually really like that. I did it, although at one point I was expecting to hear time ring. So
yeah. So, but that's the basic idea about it. So, I also added the whole thing of like, don't you want to be part of Veils?
It was a compelling case for my character anyway.
Yeah.
Too bad everyone ended up just fucking dying.
Well, I mean, it's Call of Cthulhu.
Yep.
And there were also puzzles, but they weren't
Only
really
right
well
and proper.
explained. So I took the puzzles out and just gave you the clues.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, I mean, that's more of a con scenario for like point. Like I said, this is a tournament scenario for Call of Cthulhu tournaments, like Gen Con and stuff. So
sounds cool.
Yeah. But yeah, questions, comments, suggestions?
Yeah, it was good. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, fun.
All right, cool.
Hail Mithras.
I liked it.
Yeah, Hail Mithras. That's an actual thing.
Time is a con.
Time
Set time on
It's a
fire.
mugs game.
All right, we'll talk to you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.